You apologize after you stop the bad behavior.
The problem is, Blackstock says that hasn't happened. But the Assembly of First Nations is urging the Prime Minister to apologize now.
Our kids have been waiting decades for an apology.
Manitoba Regional Chief Cindy Woodhouse led child welfare negotiations for the AFN. Both Woodhouse and Blackstock are urging the federal court to greenlight $23 billion in compensation today. If approved, it will be the largest settlement in Canadian history. Olivia Stepanovich, CBC News, Ottawa.
And Mark, that's news for this half hour.
Thanks very much, Ken. Now we turn to traffic with Tara.
Yeah, and it's very, very busy out there. A lot of areas are delayed. Slippery conditions throughout the city with the snow coming down this morning. So give yourself a lot of extra time to travel no matter where you're going. There is a collision reported eastbound on the South Henday at 111th Street. And there are likely more collisions out there. It's just tough for us to know this morning as many of you, of course, are concentrating on driving. But thanks to a few of you who have called in. One area that's slow moving, northbound 91st Street at Ellerslie Road. Also eastbound on the White Mud, it's been backed up pretty much all through the morning, and now it's looking like a stretch from 178th Street all the way to Terwilliger Drive, where you'll be stuck there in traffic. Southwest leg of the Henday, as you're heading westbound, approaching the bridge, is quite busy. Eastbound on the Yellowhead toward the East Henday, that whole area is looking busy just past Victoria Trail. Southbound on Wayne Gretzky Drive is backed up past 112 Avenue, so you're going to be delayed as you work your way closer toward 98th Avenue through that stretch. And then westbound on the North Henday from 97th Street, it's backed up all the way past 127th Street, so you'll encounter delays if you're traveling through that spot. Drive safely this morning. Give yourself extra time to stop, especially when you're approaching crosswalks, as it is quite slick out there with the snow. And we're going to see the snow coming down throughout the day. -6 degrees right now, but feeling cooler with northeast winds. Those winds will pick up a little bit as the day continues, and we'll see periods of snow continuing. About 2 centimeters expected for the city of Edmonton today. High of -3, but it'll feel a bit more like -12, so bundle up on this Monday morning.
Thank you, Tara. Be careful out there, everyone, and stay warm. We'll see you here bright and early tomorrow.
We are seeing younger patients who are coming in with opiate overdose and struggles with substance use, and this includes young people between the ages of 12 and 14 years.
For the last several years, more youth in BC have died from unregulated drugs than any other unnatural reason. Even in the midst of a national toxic drugs crisis, it is a shocking statistic. In just a moment, the stories of those young people behind the numbers, and the BC Minister for Addictions on concerns around safe supply, why it's so hard for youth to get treatment. Also this morning,
I just look for a work that speaks to me. That's really what I'm interested in. The only thing is, once I develop an interest in an artist, I find it hard to stop collecting their work.
Michael Ledan grew up in a household with one piece of art on the wall. Life is a little bit different for him now. The very successful housing developer has amassed a staggering collection of Canadian works and has pledged to donate almost
100% busy too. We're just taking a look at the traffic cameras, and yeah, it's going to be a little slick out there.
Slickery.
Yep. Shake Adam, you came in a little bit after us. How was the commute?
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, it was snowing, and the snow's staying on the roads a little bit, but it was fine. That was like 6:15-ish, and everybody was behaving. But you know, it's only going to pick up after that, so I don't know how bad it's going to get out there. But the surprising thing is apparently we're like on the light end, right? Like if you go the farther south, you go the worse it gets.
Yeah, 10 to 15 centimeters, and maybe it ends up being more than that. So,
but they told us 2. I think we're gonna. It looks like more than 2, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like no question.
More than 2 now.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and it's supposed to continue throughout the day today, right?
Yeah. 2 to 5 at least. Maybe it pushes up a little bit. Maybe that stretched a little farther north.
Yeah.
And having conversations. So, for example, do you have your snow brush in your vehicle? Did you remember to put one in?
No, I don't.
I didn't have it. I was doing yard work all weekend because I knew there was.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And just a warning to everybody that lives in my neighborhood, love you, but you're on your own. I am not shoveling in October. I don't care how much snow falls.
Amen, brother. How many bylaw fines you get?
I don't care. Bring them. Bring them. Wow. I refuse to shovel snow in October. And there has to be a line, there has to be a limit, and that's the one I'm drawing.
I'm sure the little old lady that has to go by your house or the young boy in the wheelchair really appreciates it.
There's no little old ladies or boys in wheelchairs.
Everyone's saying.
There's none. Don't worry. And you can get those little things at Costco. I got them so you don't slip. You know, they strap them on your shoes. I've got those.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, I haven't tried mine yet.
So you're good to go and screw everybody else.
That's walk by your house.
You don't have to walk by my house anyway. And I don't think there's going to be that much snow. I don't think it's going to be that bad. No, I don't think so. But I'm just not doing it. I mean,
I'm sure she'll end up doing it.
No, she won't. No, she won't. The boy won't do it, so it's not happening.
But you're going to heat things up on the show, right?
Well, we'll talk about the snow. We're going to talk about the snow, yeah, for sure. We've also got a conversation today about the Middle East. We're going to speak with a former FBI hostage negotiator. Can you imagine what's going on trying to handle more than 200 hostages there? So we'll get his take on what he thinks the situation might be and how they're trying to handle that. That'll be an interesting conversation for sure. Also going to talk today with, we told the story last week about the guy who invented the world's hottest hot pepper. He beat his own record. He invented the Carolina Reaper. Yeah, now he's got a new one called Pepper X, which is about twice as hot as the old Carolina Reaper. It's stupid hot. There's no other way to describe it. A jalapeno pepper has 5,000 Scoville units, okay, just for reference sake. This one's 2.69 million. Bear spray is about 2 million.
What's the use of this?
That's the question I want to ask. We're speaking to a Canadian...
Look around your buddies.
Well, but do you? Like, the guy who invented it said he ate one and had to go lie out in the rain for an hour because the pain was that intense. He's the guy who created it. He eats them every day. So, we're going to speak with a Canadian hot sauce producer who can't wait to get his hands on these. And it's like you said, Daryl, why? What's the point of that?
I was telling these guys a story, Shay. There's a restaurant in Detroit I went to once where they have all these hot sauces on the table, but they have another one in the back room, but you got to sign a waiver before they'll bring it to you. That's how hot it is. Apparently it would burn a hole in your tongue.
Yeah, there's a local hot sauce maker, Get Sauced, and I talked to them. They have a Carolina Reaper hot sauce, and they said that they just give it to, men give it to their brothers or their best friends, and they as a dare. Yeah, as a dare is pretty much what it is.
Dare, okay. Don't stick that stuff on something and have somebody have to eat it unintended. Don't impose that on somebody.
Yeah, I guess
charges time.
That's the thing. Like, that's all it's good for, right? Is sort of like as a dare, as a challenge to your buddies, kind of a thing. Because nobody can actually enjoy that, right? At a certain point, it becomes more painful than it's worth. So, but local, like you said, Stacey, the local producers won't be able to hide the anticipation as they try and get their hands on these new hot sauces. And people will buy them, as we know. So we're going to talk about that today. And we're also some crazy stats about Taylor Swift. We might, if we have time, we'll talk. She was at another football game on the weekend. Did you hear? Travis Kelce, when she's in attendance,
double yards.
Yeah, his yardage goes up by twofold.
And yesterday was National Tight Ends Day, too.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a day. I didn't, I was, this was all in full...
to get recognized on that day.
I was sort of wondering, like, if the teammates are looking and saying, hey, Travis, are you still with us? Are you still engaged? Are you still... I mean, but apparently it's actually improved his performance, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
And they're 4-0 when she's at a game.
Exactly, right. So, but it's all coming to an end soon, Marty, because she goes to South America first week in November.
Tour's over. The tour continues, so yeah, they'll be in trouble.
Season's gonna tank.
That segment was all about impressing people with hot sauces and Taylor Swift on the field.
There you go. Plus, I like talking about it because it makes people crazy. I don't know why people get so angry.
I'm so tired of hearing it. Taylor Swift, you hate it, right?
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Things to be worried about.
Thanks, Shay.
780-496-0063 when you want to phone in or text into Shay. In 15 minutes.
Yeah. All right. With a look at what's going on the roads, that's pretty serious stuff, Justin Durbin.
That's exactly right. We are dealing with a busy back half of the drive. If you are making your way out the door, we are still dealing with this collision on the Whitemud westbound as you travel in between 34th and 50th Street. Busy through the stretch. It does look like traffic is starting to move a little bit better. If you are making your way along Street. Busy from 106th Avenue all the way down to 82 Ave, so it is really slow going through there. We're just getting reports of a collision 125th Street at 115th Avenue as you make your way through there. Watch for emergency crews on scene and a new collision James Moa Trail at 30th Avenue in the southwest. The Save the Tax event is on now at Leon. Shop deals on furniture and mattresses plus Save the Tax on now for a limited time. Visit leons.ca for details. From the Global One Traffic Center, I'm Justin Irvin.
If you browse around at xlfurniture.com, our website, you're shopping for new furniture, we'd like you to come in and try it on for size in person. 11349 95th Street this month. Canadian sofas in the spotlight, many of them on sale, including...
Wouldn't want me to be in the place that I was in.
For Cassidy's mom, she